What's up guys, Stripes here. Welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by to check out a brand new video. So as you can see, I'm not on camera, and that is because this is actually a follow-up video to a video that I got to do with Benji the Beagle. So he does this series called Interview with a Fursuiter, and I was fortunate enough to be chosen as one of the interviewees. Unfortunately, though, the entire versions of my answers could not fit in his video, and so that is what this is. It is the unedited versions of all of my answers. So before you watch this video, I highly recommend that you go check out Benji the Beagle's channel, check out the interview that I did with him, and then come back here so that you can get the full versions of the answers to the questions that he asked me. I had so much fun interviewing with Benji the Beagle, and I really appreciate him having me on his channel. And just thank you so much, Benji, and to everybody who is watching this. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the unedited versions of the answers.
What's up, guys? Stripes here. Welcome back to the... This isn't my channel. Where am I? This isn't my channel. Hello? And wait a minute. I'm all fluffy. Like I'm entirely fluffy. What's going on here? Oh, I'm being featured on Benji's channel. Well, hello guys. My name is Stripes. I am a lion, and it is a pleasure to be here on Benji the Beagle's channel. Actually, I think this is my very first time being featured on somebody else's channel, and it is really super exciting. And Benji, thank you so much for having me on. So yeah, Benji has asked me a couple of questions, and I'm gonna answer them for you guys here today. I am super happy and super excited to be doing this. So yeah, let's just jump right in.
How has your journey been being a content creator?
That is an interesting question. How has my journey been being a content creator? Let's see. That has been a very interesting journey because I've been doing production for about 14 years. Some of those years were in a demi-professional capacity where I was getting paid, but like I wasn't the main person. I was working for somebody else. So it has been a very interesting journey. I started in my church doing like live production with like running the soundboard and the light board and all that. And then I moved into doing photography, DJing, and videography all around the same time, like within like the same 6-month window. About 14 years ago, I started doing all of that. And I've had some absolutely insane opportunities that have come up along the way. Like I mentioned in my photography in the Furry Fandom video, I have had an album cover, or well, inside jacket of an album for photography wise, and videography wise I've done some other really cool stuff. So it has been a journey. It has been a very interesting, very crazy journey as a content creator. And yeah, ironically, this is this isn't my channel, but on my channel, it's actually my second channel here on YouTube. And so it's been a very fun, very, I don't want to say tumultuous, but it has been a journey, that is for sure.
How did you find the Furry Fandom?
So this is a common question, how did somebody find the Furry Fandom? First and foremost, I have been a part of the fandom for 12, almost 13 years. Like I am starting to get into gray muzzle territory. So yeah, I've been part of the fandom for quite a while. even though I didn't get really active into it until college. But I initially found the fandom through written works, actually. It wasn't the art like most people. For me, it was written stories, because when I discovered the fandom, I was an avid reader. That is something that I have fell out of over the years, just being an adult and not having as much time to read as I would like. But I discovered the fandom through written work on a little website that got rebranded into So Furry. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, yeah, Wikipedia is your friend. And but I've been part of the fandom, like I said, for almost 13 years, and it has been a journey. Like I said, when I got into college, that's when I really dived full force into the fandom. That's when I got my very first fursuit, and if anybody is familiar with my channel, they'll know that I started with Berry Pie, and I'll put a picture of her right up here. But Berry Pie was my fursuit, and I got her because my sophomore, it was either the end of my freshman year or the beginning of my sophomore year of college, had a public speaking class. We had to do a paper where we informed people on something that they didn't know about. I did mine on the furry fandom, and I asked in our local group if somebody had a fursuit that I could borrow for that presentation, and the maker actually just ended up letting me adopt the suit instead of just borrowing it. And so Berry Pie was my first foray into fursuiting. And then years down the line, I made this boyo myself, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, he is now a full suit and fully fluffy, and yes. But yeah, no, I absolutely love the fandom, and all of my friends, my wife, like everybody that I associate with outside of my normal 9 to 5 is in the fandom. Like, this is home.
Who is an underrated fursuit maker?
So underrated fursuit makers, there are a lot of underrated and underappreciated fursuit makers in the fandom. And because of that, I couldn't just pick one. Like, there is one that is very near and dear to my heart, because they are the one who's taught me how to build fursuits, and that is Kino Grace of Dino Queen Creations. Like, she does beautiful work. She taught, like I said, she taught me how to build, and without her, Stripes would have never ever came to life. Like, granted, I was the one who did all the work, but she guided me every step of the way, and her work is so beautiful, so underappreciated. Another fursuit maker who I think does absolutely beautiful work is Kimmy Cocoa of Cocoa Creations. Like, the first time I ran into them was at Furthermore, I can't remember what year, but they had built a lion, and I, being a lion, I absolutely geeked out. And feline fursuits are one of the hardest things to sculpt. So anybody who can make a beautiful big cat, like, major super big props to. Kimmy Cocoa is one of the few who can do it, and beautiful work. The last one I just recently discovered, and that is Lizard Loves Mustache. Like, their work is beautiful, definitely underappreciated. I saw their suits. Oh, again, somebody who knows how to sculpt a big cat, which is very difficult. So, major props to them.
What is your favorite kind of steak?
Ooh, we have a fun question thrown in here. And I think it's because I am a lion, and that's probably why this question got thrown in here. What is my favorite kind of steak? Any steak that is cooked rare to medium rare and that is seasoned well is my favorite kind of steak. Like, I absolutely love a nice big like juicy steak. Now I'm just thinking of steak, and it is wonderful, and it makes Lion happy. And once I'm done recording this, I may have to go get some steak because now it's on the brain. And this is all your fault, Benji, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm not super picky when it comes to steak, as long as it is not super tough, and as long as it is either rare or medium rare, because if it ain't mooing, I'm not chewing.
As an African American furry, what are some positive things the fandom has done in that regard?
Ooh, so we are rounding out this little interview segment with a little bit more of a serious question, and that I'm here for that. I'm definitely here for that, because as anybody who knows me knows, I like to tackle topics that most people don't tackle. So thank you for this question, Benji. So I guess it was about 2 years ago at this point, or a year and a half ago, I put out a video about being black in the furry fandom. And since that video came out, it has been really, really cool to see more and more African American and other POC furries being put in the spotlight. It has been so heartwarming for us to actually be building up these creators. And I think that is a step in the right direction. I think it is absolutely wonderful that we are highlighting these people, especially your friends. You should be highlighting your friends' art. But I think that because of how stigmatized being a part of the fandom is, especially for African Americans, like seeing them be built up and seeing them be praised for their work and praised for, stepping out of the stereotypical box of what it means to be African American, warms my heart to see. So because of that, I also wanted to highlight some, POC furs. And first and foremost, a fellow YouTuber, NB Dober, that is their Twitter handle. Their YouTube name is Shasta, is making some really, really high quality short form content. Highly recommend supporting them. They deserve so much more love than they are getting. Of course, I can't forget about my buddy, my twin from Another Min, all the way on the West Coast, and I'm over here on the East Coast, but Fuji Maru Husky. Love that fluff ball to death, even though, he is a stinky dog and I'm a cat, and, cats and dogs don't get along, but he's awesome. He is a Twitch streamer and a fellow DJ. Like, yes, rock on. Check him out. 100% love him to death. Unapologetically black and unapologetically awesome. The next one is an artist that I recently came across at Furrydelphia, and that is Mad Shy Arts. Oh my gosh. The first day that I walked in the dealer's den at Furrydelphia and I saw their table, I geeked out because they did some gorgeous Lion King art and gorgeous lion art. And, I definitely bought a couple of badges and a shirt from them because, one, supporting black artists, all about it, but also supporting female artists. So, like, a black female artist who does amazing work, I was 110% down for showing them all the love that I could. And you should too. The next one is somebody who I'm starting to become good friends with, Reiner. And yes, I said the name right this time, Reiner.
You just call me Rainer.
Did I pronounce that wrong?
I'm Reiner.
Reiner.
Yeah. Wow.
Not Rainer, Reiner. But Reiner runs a podcast called What the Fuzz, and it is all about highlighting and building up POC creators. So, Reiner has done a phenomenal job highlighting other POCs, and the podcast was so much fun to be on. Thank you for having me on, Reiner. But yes, so that is that one, and I have two more. These two are, again, near and very dear to my heart because one of them is one of my best friends and the other one is my wife, and they are both musicians who, again, don't get a lot of spotlight in the fandom, so that is part of the reason why I wanted to include them. So the first one is Chippy Chiptune, aka Kazmaru31. He is an artist. He makes chiptune music. Awesome guy. Him and I have been friends for, oh good lord, I've lost count of how long we've been friends, but everybody thinks we're twins, and it's awesome. Love the dude. And the last one is my wife, Specimen. 1369 is her Twitter handle. Her musical handle is Weirdo, and she doesn't stick to one genre, and she does some amazing music. So yeah, like I said when I started this whole segment, I think that we've done a great job here in the fandom, starting to uplift more and more POC creators, and I just wanted to do my part and help to lift up some other POC creators that I absolutely adore. So yeah. All right, Benji, so you've asked me a bunch of questions, but now I have two questions for you instead of just one. One of the questions is very furry centric, and the other one is not so much, but I'm curious to get answers to both of them. So question one, which is the furry centric one: if your fursona was not a beagle, what would it be? And would it have the same colorations, or would it be a completely different color palette? Now, question two, which is the non-furry centric one. So, as we discussed, I'm a filmmaker, and as a filmmaker, I absolutely adore having physical media. Like, I will sit there and rewatch a movie like 3 or 4 times with the director's commentary on, watch all the behind the scenes features, because for me as a filmmaker, it helps me in my craft. But for somebody who is not a filmmaker, what are your feelings on physical media versus, like, you know, digital only streamed media? Like, what do you prefer, physical or non-physical media? Love to know the answer. And yeah, I hope that answered all of the questions. I hope that this was informative. Again, thank you so much, Benji, for having me here on the interview. Like, this is really cool to, you know, sit alongside of, you know, people like Pakari and some of the other absolutely amazing furs that you have had on this show. So thank you so much. Again, my name is Stripes. This has been awesome, and you guys keep rocking on and being awesome. Peace.